Hey, welcome back to the channel, you guys. Hey, I want to talk about two movies that I really enjoyed. It's hard to pick which one is my favorite, but I can pick one which is my favorite one. But at one time, the one that is not my favorite was my favorite at one time. But I've been doing a comparison and remake. Now, these are not remakes. These are just, I'm comparing these two together because they're just two movies that, based on the same type of premises, just that they're just different. This is based on spider movies. You know, I think spiders are creepy. I mean, I don't like them crawling on me and all that. So I remember when I was younger, I used to stomp on bugs, and I don't like stomping on them anymore. But you know, if they get on me, I'll kill them or something like that. But I don't really like killing them. You know, I try to get them out of here as much as I can. But I accidentally jump, and sometimes I kill them by accident, and I really hate killing them. But I don't know, I just change, you know how it is. But anyway, this is based on spiders. So the first one is called Arachnophobia. The Arachnophobia came out in 1990. It's an hour and 43 minutes long. And it's a horror comedy. And it's Jeff Daniels and Harley Jane Korzak was your main characters in there. So this has got a 93% Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, 93% Rotten Tomatoes. 77% people liked the movie. So, and I really love this movie. I remember when it first came out. I remember buying it on DVD, and I used to watch it over and over and over. And I just love that movie. It's it's a guy that moves from he settles in this small community, and this dead corpse of a photographer that lived in that town comes there, and the spider is in the casket with him, and then the spider crawls out of the casket right when these two new couples go into this new town to take over of the town doctor. And he's an old guy, and he's going to retire. So Jeff Bridges plays this new doctor. He's kind of young, and his wife and his two kids. And so, when the photographer that got killed in South America, he got killed by a spider bite. And so they had to, ship his body back to the States, and then he was from that town. So when he got to the morgue, the spider got out. Then when it went outside, a crow got it, and the crow was flying, and then the crow, it bit the crow, and the crow died, and the spider was in its grips. And when he fell to the ground, he fell to the ground where this new couple happened to move into. And that spider went into that barn and mated with another spider. And then they had a bunch of baby spiders. And these spiders were so deadly that one bite would kill you. And so that's what this thing was like. This movie was so good. And I mean, I can see why it got 93% Rotten Tomatoes. It also had the guy that played... I can't think of his name. I got a brain for it. He was Roseanne's husband that played in Roseanne. He's also in this movie. You know, he's the bug guy. But God, you guys, I love this movie. And I used to watch this movie over and over and over. You know, this is one of my movies that I would watch over and over and over. So the next one is Eight-Legged Freaks, based on spiders again. And this is a 2002. This one came out in 2002, and it's a horror sci-fi. And it's an hour and 39 minutes long. And this one has a 47% Rotten Tomatoes. But it has 77% people like the movie. This one has David Arquette in it. You guys know who he is. He's in the Scream. You know, he plays Dewey. And it got Carrie Waher is her name. Wooher is her last name. But she was the sheriff that he liked, and she was divorced, and she got two kids, and one of her kids was Scarlett Johansson. That's when she was real young. But anyway, this is about some toxic barrel was knocked off of a truck that was going through that little town, and it went out into this kind of like a lake, and it seeped out, and the crickets were in the lake, and they got some of that, whatever the toxic stuff was in them barrels. And so this guy, he had an exotic farm, and he had these spiders. And so he was getting these crickets that was feeding off that stuff that was leaking out of the barrel. And these spiders started getting bigger and bigger. Well, of course, you know, they got loose. And man, they wreaked havoc on this little town and stuff. There was this black guy in there, man. He was the guy that was he always was talking about space aliens was going to be coming and invading the Earth and stuff. And he had a little podcast that he used to broadcast. He always broadcast from his little trailer. Like, he was funny. This cast is so funny. And I remember taking my little boys to go see this movie back in 2002, because they were still relatively young. 2002, yeah, they was, you know, anywhere between, I don't know, they were maybe 11 or 12, 13ish or something like that maybe. But man, I went and took them to that movie, and now we really enjoyed that movie. And I just recently got this on Blu-ray, because I thought I was going to be able to get it on 4K, but they still haven't released this on 4K. I also got Arachnophobia on Blu-ray as well. But also, Eight-Legged Freaks is on Netflix anyway. But you know what's weird though? I never thought I ever say this, but I never thought I'd find a spider movie that was better. Because there's a lot of spider movies out, but none that touches these two, to me. And Arachnophobia, man, God, I love that movie. I never thought that I'd say this, but I have to say I like Eight-Legged Freaks just slightly better. It's just something about, you know, that town and just those giant spiders, you know, chasing everybody, and just, you know, just the way they all barricaded themselves in that mall, and shooting them big spiders and stuff. And it was just so entertaining, man. But it's close on this one. This one's close, but I have to give a slight edge to Eight-Legged Freaks, because, you know, ever since I've been a little kid, I was always fascinated by dinosaurs and big stuff. So by these things getting big, you know, it just made it more entertaining for me. But man, in Arachnophobia, I didn't think anything would beat Arachnophobia, because I just love that movie so much. So these are pretty close to me liking them, just letting you know. So far as one being better than the other, that's another debate. But the one I prefer the most is Eight-Legged Freaks, and I never thought I'd say that, because I used to watch Arachnophobia all the time. And back when Arachnophobia came out, my daughter wasn't even born yet. Yeah, my daughter was born in 90, and my son was born in 92. Yeah, and my other son was born in 93. And yeah, 93, let's see, yeah, 90. My daughter was born in 90, my other son was born in 92. Two more boys was born in 93, and then my other boy was born in 95. Yeah, one of them I didn't even know existed, but no, that's a different story. But anyway, I was childless till 1990, boy. I really got busy. But anyway, Arachnophobia. I remember I used to watch that over and over and over. And then you go like 10 years, almost 12 years later, and then you come out 2002, Eight-Legged Freaks. And I remember going to the theater to go watch this movie. And it did not disappoint. But what gets me though, Eight-Legged Freaks got 47% Rotten Tomatoes. And Arachnophobia, Arachnophobia got 93% Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, Eight-Legged Freaks got 47% Rotten Tomatoes, and Arachnophobia got 93% Rotten Tomatoes. And then 77% people liked the movie. Google search on Arachnophobia, and 77% people liked Eight-Legged Freaks. Google search. So that's saying something. Anyway, God bless. Take care. We'll catch you in the next video. That's my comparison remake, but this is just a comparison. So we'll catch you in the next video. We'll see you.